Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be testing P&S Absolute Rinseless Wash versus DIY Rinseless Wash. These are like the two big deals in the rinseless wash world nowadays. So I've mixed up 2 gallons of water for each one. You know, both of these products are 1 ounce per 2 gallons. So I've got the P&S. We're going to mix that up here. Remember, that one's really thick. I did a prior video about this. It has like a lotion-like consistency, and doesn't like to come out of the measuring cup very well. I got a brush in here. I'm going to stir it up. Stuff actually foams up a little bit when you brush it up. So there's that. Next up is going to be DIY Details Rinseless Wash. As we can see, that's when it's really thin. It's yellow in color. We're going to stir it up. Got a little brush here. Okay, makes a little bit of foam, but not much. So yeah, that one's supposed to be 1 ounce per 2 gallons also. So we're going to compare these guys head to head on the same vehicle. Can they go side by side, and see which one has the more cleaning power, because they both seem to clean pretty well. And you know, you're conflicting things, but these are the top 2 rinseless products at the moment. So we're going to give them a go, and we're going to do one side of the vehicle, which is my mother-in-law's Chevrolet Trax 2018. I'm going to go one side of the vehicle to the other with each one, and we'll compare the buckets and see who pulled off more dirt. This vehicle's not been washing in 2 or 3 weeks, and so it should be dirty. It's been rained on several times, so we will give it a go. Stay tuned. Okay, first side we're going to work on is got the P&S Absolute. I'm going to wring it out to where it's dripping a little bit, like Ivan LaCroix says to do. And we're just going to put on bare paint, because you can do that with rinseless. And I'm trying to do just apples to apples on this test. Not if I pre-spray, I didn't know which one product to mix up for a pre-spray. So we'll give it a go on this. Dry it off with our Griots PFM. And we got weather, I think it's mid-50s today, October. And this is the Absolute, flashes off nice. Comparable with the other ones. It does feel slick. So we'll go for the rest of the vehicle here and clean up this side, then we'll work on the other side. Since we have a good overcast fall day today, I went ahead and washed this whole side of the vehicle with the Absolute. I already did half the hood, and then I will be using the DIY on the rest of the vehicle. But this is what we got going so far. See, the water still has a little bit of foaminess to it. You're starting to see some dirt accumulate, but we'll see what the DIY pulls out off the paint too. So I'll finish the back and get going on the other side with the DIY detail. All right, so there we have it for the P&S Absolute Rinseless. That's the dirt that come out. We'll use that for a comparison to what we get out of the DIY Detail Rinseless. And so we covered half the vehicle, so this half the hood and that side not done. And so stay tuned. Let's see how this stuff works. So just like before, the last video we did about this stuff is slick. Probably a little slicker than what the P&S Absolute is. Well, as I'm released, by the way, this was a brand new sponge. Don't remember if I mentioned that before, so not been used for any other product. It goes on slick. So I will give, from what I've seen of the DIY detail so far, I mean, to the touch, the way it glides on the surfaces, it is slick. More so than the P&S Absolute. So we'll cover the whole side here and come back. Okay guys, here's where we've done this side with the DIY rinseless. I will tell you from wiping it on compared to the P&S, like I said with the hood, it is noticeably slicker, so it's a little easier to operate because it glides on the panels real easy. Flashing seems to be similar. The DIY seems to flash off a little bit faster than what the Absolute is, but so far, so far I'm liking both, but this is where we're at so far. All right, here we have the finished product. Blue, a little overcast today, so it's hard to see great detail, but it's clean. Both products cleaned it well. Neither one was hard to use. Here's the back. Like I said, I divided the vehicle pretty much down the middle, and this was the DIY detail side. The driver's side was the P&S Absolute. So let's work our way over to the buckets. That's the DIY detail side, and that's the Absolute side. Now, as far as judging the dirt it pulled off, Absolute, if y'all remember from the beginning of the video, was kind of cloudy. So it makes it hard to judge. Well, you can't base dust off the cloudiness. Here's the DIY detail side. If I had to pick, I mean, they are pretty close. The DIY detail may have pulled a little more dirt off on the one side versus the other, but it's, when you factor in that the Absolute had a cloudy look to it to begin with, it makes it pretty darn close, to be honest with you. As far as ease of use, this one's a little easier. Maybe that's why I call it DIY detail. But when you rub it on the vehicle, it glides really smooth. More so Absolute. Not that Absolute was hard to use, because it wasn't. This flashes off a little easier when you're drying it off. Not to say this one didn't, but it was a little slower to flash off. It's pretty close. So cost-wise, I would go with this one just because you get twice as much of the product for the same price. And you can dilute both of these products. Somebody made a comment on another video I did that the Absolute is very versatile. I would agree with that. Not that the DIY details, all these rinseless products are versatile. As far as operation goes, probably this one's technically a little better as far as just your general washing, because you can see it pulls off a little more, maybe a little bit more dirt, but it's easier to operate. But cost-wise, this wins. But you can't go wrong with either product. They're both great products. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you like these kind of videos, and we'll see you on the next video.